okay, so for The Big Life of Remi Muldoon, what I do is I kind of sketch out the story, and I start writing words. And I usually write about a quarter of the words before I go back and I start drawing the pictures. And so then I start drawing the pictures for that first quarter of the book. So in the 4 Remi Muldoon books, there's about 600 illustrations in those 4 books. And so, I draw the illustrations. Now, I'm not a professional artist. I'm a kid who loved to draw. So my drawings look like a kid who loved to draw who's now 43. They don't look like a professional illustrator. That's fine. So I do, and once I'm doing the illustrations, I think of more plot line for that book. So then once I've done, 25% of the illustrations, I sort of understand most of the rest of the book. So then I keep writing and I keep drawing and I keep writing and I keep drawing until I get to the end.
Well, that's got to be a fun way to keep the projects fresh for you if you're drawing some and then writing others and then drawing.
Totally. And I would love to do more of those books. If they started selling like crazy, or somebody paid me a big pile of money to do a bunch of Remi Muldoon books, I would love to keep doing those, because what's more fun than drawing silly and funny pictures and trying to write things that make people laugh. So I love that series. It just it's not a huge seller. I illustrated my first picture book when Mr. Push came to shove, and that was really fun to do. I kind of had the whole idea for the story in my head. I wrote all the words first, and then I did the illustrations. I have done some illustrations on some of the other books, but in all of those cases, when I had the ability to go back and have them professionally illustrated, I have. All the other books that I did any illustrations for, I thought working with a professional would improve the quality of the books, so I've done that. I actually don't think it would improve Remi Muldoon because it's a particular style, or when Mr. Push came to shove, because again, the story revolves around my personal style, and so it's just different.
That makes sense. And then are you doing all the formatting for your books on your own as well, both paperback and ebook?
No. So yeah, I'll get to your question on outsourcing. So from the beginning, I've always outsourced my formatting to Polgeris Studios. Jason Anderson, he's awesome. He's out of Australia. He does great work. He's a really good man, good to work with. So I've always done formatting with him for pretty much all my books. In terms of the other stuff, I try to outsource what I can, because the writing and the illustrations that I do is plenty enough for me. So I've always tried to find cover designers. I've always tried to find, it took a while to find the right illustrator. Editing, there have been things that I've edited myself and I've suffered because of it. As much as possible, I try to get my stuff into the hands of a good editor. I've had the privilege of working with David Gatewood, a great editor for many of my books, and it's wonderful to work with someone like him. He makes me a better writer. So again, I've tried to find the right kind of team. More recently, I've been working with Carrie Knudsen for most of my covers, and she's amazing. She's incredible at covers and really fun to work with. So,
which for those that might want to work with her, which of your covers has she designed?
So she has designed all of my picture book covers now. My original, when Mr. Push came to shove, picture book cover was done by me, but then I had her redo it. So all of my picture books have been done by her. She's also done I have this adult cozy mystery series called the Hope Walker Mysteries. My pen name is Daniel Carson. She does those as well. And she's been working on some others that we haven't quite released yet. But she does a lot of other graphic stuff for me as well. And again, she's amazing.
And I assume she's available work for hire for those who adore your covers and want to reach out to her.
Yeah, no, she is. I also did a couple awesome covers with a group, and I just haven't written the books yet. I've got these 2 great fantasy novel covers that I'm just sitting on. I can't wait to write them and release them because I love the covers so darn much. And
Do
those
you
were done
have the covers designed before you finish the book?
sometimes. In this particular instance, I had this idea for a book, and I thought to myself, if the cover's good enough, this thing will work. Because I didn't know if I could get the cover to be good enough. Because
I'm smiling because I do the same thing. About halfway through, when I know that I need to finish the book, I get Stephen Novak of Novak Illustration, make sure we plug Stephen, and I get him to go ahead and design the cover, because once the cover exists, well, by God, there's going to be a book. It's a wonderful motivator.
And of course, that's what I thought myself with these other 2 books. I just haven't had time yet, but I will. I'm going to write these books, and I love the covers. I need space in my life to do it. I will, though.